Ah, why is that not? Bear with me, folks. Game capture. Oh no, there we go. It fixed itself. Excellent. Well, welcome to the Sunday stream, everyone. And welcome to Isla Nublar again. I'm going to give people a little bit of time just to pop in and give the poll a little bit of time to carry on as well. And you might recognize the colossal building in front of me, being the Biosyn Research Facility. Hello, Neron. And I'm just going to pop out so everyone can see what I have done to the map so far. Obviously, we can't do this what-if scenario without using Isla Nublar. I'm going to stick the time to day only, just so it's a little easier to... Okay, maybe not. Let's put it to day night, but make it quite a long cycle. Right, yes. So, what are we doing today on Isla Nublar? So, this idea is one that's popped into my head since basically the Biosyn DLC was released. That being the idea of what would happen if Biosyn and Masrani worked together to create Jurassic World instead of against each other. So we've got the Biosyn research facility over here. I mean, obviously, if you look at it from the back, you can see that it's not fully engulfed in the mountain. I am working on the restriction of the fact that we don't have expanded maps yet. It's not been made compatible with the new version of the game. So for the moment, it's going to have to be sort of stuck there without the surrounding back. But as long as you don't look at it from the backside, you'll do fine. But this is serving as sort of what I would imagine where the Biosyn lot are. And it's got an entrance building in. But this is the main park entrance over here. And we already have established our control and command centers up here with our hatchery that is ready to go. And it looks like so far people think we should start with the raptor pen. So I guess I need to start thinking about where I would want the raptor pen to be. I'm hoping more people are going to pop in as well, but we'll see how it goes. Don't forget also, if you are watching and haven't yet subscribed or liked, please do so. We are desperate to get to 500 subs by the end of July, and we aren't doing too well, if I'm honest, but it is what it is. Just wondering where I want to put these, put the raptors. I feel like the raptors really would probably be more of a thing to have near the Biosyn lot. So I'm actually going to create some high ground. That might be a little too high. Our dino army has only just woken up. Yeah, that's high enough, I think. That is level, right? No, it is not level. Okay, that is level. Okay, good. So I'll have this side of the Biosyn enclosure, well, Biosyn facility, basically lead into the raptor pen. I suppose we need to decide what raptors to have in here. I'm thinking the raptor squad, maybe, since this is supposed to be Jurassic World. But maybe we can find some approximate skins to be the raptor squad as Pyroraptor, maybe. Okay, that's fine. Let's surround this with trees. I am playing with pretty much every mod that's currently compatible, so you'll see a few abilities, such as the option to place down pretty much every structure currently in the game, including the ones in the Chaos mode. Oh god, everyone suddenly popped in. Fallout is here as well. So, we're having the Jurassic World Raptor Pack, or shall we do a version? Yeah, we'll do a version of them with the Pyroraptors. So we need to find the skins, really, that suit the Raptor Squad. And I suppose we need to actually make the enclosure. Now, unfortunately, the expanded paths and fences that Kaya Denik has created is not yet been made compatible with the new version and won't be for some time, primarily due to Frontier fucking around with game files, excuse my French. So we are limited to using conventional stuff, which is a bit annoying. Yes, I know the park is closed. Okay, so our raptor exhibit probably makes sense to have electrified fencing. Or heavy fencing. No, we'll go for the electrified fencing. And let's think. I want it to be visually quite impressive. So Raptor paddock. I want it to kind of also bear resemblance to the one in Jurassic World. Just thinking about what sort of viewing structure I want it to have. Was the raptor pen in Jurassic World was a hexagon? Yeah, it was just like the hexagonal shaped thing, wasn't it? Should give us our octagon. Perfect. I think I kind of want to give it some extra uniqueness. So we'll give it a layer of invisible laser fencing as well. Just for fun. Good. This laser fencing was supposed to pulse. It doesn't. Right, so there's our hello Sammy, welcome to the stream. There's our little raptor enclosure. So I'm going to do a stream to continue the movie script on probably next Tuesday. Next week I kind of want to do a stream or a video every single day. So we'll probably do it as part of that. I want to give this enclosure a bit of a desert feel. You're almost done with the first page of the comic. Well, that's... I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that, dude. Right, let's create just a little bit of a decline in the ground. That was a bit bigger than expected. Smooth the terrain. Yeah, that'll do. Maybe have a little extra bit on the back. Or at one end. Maybe here. Where's the Biosyn paddock? There. Okay, let's just redesign this bit a bit. And of course it's not gonna line up straight. Oh, don't mind the sound of the blind behind me, folks. It's just a little windy today in Britain. Nah, I don't like how that looks. Just stick it. Nah, fuck it. We'll stick to what we already had. I was just thinking about giving them some extra room, but until we have expanded islands or expanded maps, that's going to be very difficult to do. So, the fence doesn't use lasers or magnets. Well, it must use something. I mean, I like to think of it as a laser fence, so you just can't see. I think it's better than that stupid. Live prey feeder. Okay, no, screw it. I am going to give them a little extra bit. Because otherwise I'm going to be taking up too much room with everything else. So we'll just put in we can just claim that this is like an entrance as well. There we go. And then I'm going to put the live feeder over here. And just kind of there we go. Just random code that pops up here in the middle of nowhere. But I'm going to hide that with some specially placed shrubbery if I can. Maybe the desert grass, temperate shrub, elephant grass. It's a bit much. We need to hide it behind some trees. There we go. Now, the large meat feeder is almost impossible to hide because we don't have a decoration item that really works for it. We certainly can't make use of that. Could we? Don't know, we can't really bury it that well, that's the problem. Even if we were to use the move it mod, we can't really... Oh, we can, I suppose. Maybe if we were to rotate it and then rotate Y. Problem with the Spinosaurus skeleton is the big chunks of bamboo that it's got holding it up. They're always going to be visible. Maybe we can hide it with something else. Let's see. Go. I just don't think there's any item here that would really... Oh, the dead trees. which I kind of want to use for the Rex enclosure. Yeah, no, there's nothing. That's the only remotely dinosaurish thing, which is a shame. It's not even anything that we can make look like a feeding platform or anything. So in that case, we'll just have to hide it. Right, we want this to be tropical, so tropical bushes. Say tropical, want this to be slightly like a desert. Not too deserty. Green. Palms. You grow some palms, please. Thank you. Where are the cactus? Cactus are not on this one. Okay. Fibrous ground cover. It's a bit green for my liking. I'll manually place down some cactus if I can remember where they are. There they are. These are all quite small cactus. Yucca! Yucca's good. I have a few yucca plants. And some shrubbery. And I want some more park trees. Just use bushes. I can't just use bushes to hide everything. That will make the park look too artificial, dude. Okay, let's just put something darker at the bottom of this. Water source. Good. How are people going to view the enclosure? Let's... Whoops. Okay, there's nothing in there yet. Viewing gallery. Kind of tempted to put the bird one. Bird one. The aviary one in. Just because I like the feel of it. How far forward is that going to be there? About there? Hi, I think that looks okay. I wonder if you should add a velociraptor to pretend it's like a pyroraptor that's lost its feathering due to some sort of disease. That's a bit cruel. Right, Pyroraptors. And I'm going to need my big spreadsheet up, aren't I? Of skin spreadsheet, so I can have a look for the correct colorations. Now obviously I know that one of the raptors in the raptor squad is blue. I just don't know the colors of the rest. Let's have a look. Pyroraptor. Okay. So I suppose if you want it to look right. Black highlights, like red markings, grey, bright blue feather tips, navy blue feather markings, cyano blue neck markings. So it's got to be Paparana. And I suppose for blue we want it to be yellow feathers and black tips. No, light grey feathers, black tips. White feathers, brown face, black feathers, brown tips. Navy blue. I think light grey with the black tips. I'm just cream feather marking, cream neck marking, red orange neck marking, bright red neck marking, sky blue neck marking is Polcrana, cyan blue neck marking for Paparana. I think that one. Select egg. Oh, really? Aggressive and intolerant. Nice. The raptor's Charlie is dark green, Delta is like a lighter green, and Echo is the sandy-like color. It's more the patterns that's the... Because I think, isn't... Charlie is like green but with black stripes, Delta is just like light green, and then Echo is like brown stripes. That's the key thing to figure out. Alright, while that's bringing it over, how are we going to get people over here? I think this one we should make slightly like a somewhere where both visitors but also non-visitors would be looking into. So let's have a Biosyn facility buried. Why would you do that? I mean, really? There was no need to destroy that many trees. God's sake. Manually put the trees back. This way is going to be a patch there. Okay. Fine, I guess. And I suppose if this is the official staff entrance, well, I say staff entrance, they are primarily for staff. And I suppose this one needs to be walled off from the general public. bum, bum. Do we have any decoration bushes? Not really, no. Okay. Just those. Okay, well that'll about do. There's Pyroraptor number 1, and... I don't know. Blue is basically grey with the blue stripes, so I think that kind of works for blue, to be honest. I think it's in the spirit of. So next one, I'm actually going to quickly go and have a look on the wiki. Charlie. JWE. JW. Ah, there we go. Let's just type in Raptor Squad. That's not a very good picture. That's better. Let's do a bit of wiki. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so Charlie is green with black stripes. Delta is weird. Delta is just weird. And Echo is brown and cyan. Okay, let's do Charlie next then. Charlie has to be green with black stripes, so... let's go parrot green, parrot green or forest green. He's probably closer to forest green, so Salar del Halahuasco. And black stripes, so... I don't think there is a black... Brown feathers, blue feather tips, green feather markings. Black highlights and face stripes, cream neck marking, cream feather markings. Is Rana. We can go with Calcarana, which is lighter highlights, red-orange marking, dark feather marks. Dark face stripes, lithobates, bright red marking. Have to go Rana, I think. Aggressive, intolerant. Okay, there's our Charlie. And then we need, yeah, exactly, Neron. Like, the main feature is the go faster stripe, which... it is what it is. So there's our Charlie. Echo is brown and cyan. Now we could either go with the brown feathers, blue feather tips, green feather markings, green blue neck markings of Pelophylax. Porcrana is cream feather tips, So Pelophylax seems to be the best option. And then if you make it... See, basically it's like... Echo's a weird one because it's like both the blue and the brown have equal prominence on the skin. I actually think we should try and get the blue, navy blue feathers, brown tips, Svalbard. Navy blue might be too dark, but we'll see. And then, so we need the brown. So what have we got? Lithobate. Lithobates is ground feather tips. Is grey. No. Cream feather tips, dark feather stripes. Brown feathers, blue feather tips, green feather markings, green blue neck markings, Pelophylax. That's... yeah, but that's the blue again. Red, orange neck marking, dark feather marks, black highlights and face stripes, cream neck marking, cream feather markings. Let's go Calcarana and see how that turns out. Aggressive, intolerant. Let's see how that one turns out. I think blue just missed the goat. What then? What on earth happened there? Did you see that? It was just... just going to ignore what blue did there. It was nowhere near on target. Dear me. No. Let's put in some more trees over here. Okay. Good. So this is supposed to be Charlie. It's not too far off. I mean, if it was more black and less cream, it would be dead on. But I think that's not too bad for Charlie. Yeah, this guy needs to have a Hyperloop connection. Now, suppose for the time being, and until we get any other structures in. I'm keeping it around the outside deliberately because I know there's going to be a lot of stuff in the center, viewing tower wise, to put in. Charlie, Blue, and that one doesn't work for Echo. Can you get into the... Yeah, the blue, it's not, it's... Yeah. I shall change that one. Need to, give myself a tranking team. Where's the... Yes, I know. Not connected, blah, blah, blah. You, at task. Tranquilize. That one. Okay, let's have another go at Echo. So let's try going more brown. Light brown feathers with green tips. Brown feathers, light grey and black tips. Chaplin Valley. Or Limpopo. Chaplin Valley. And then we'll go with the blue on Chaplin Valley, which is bright blue, navy blue, cyano blue, brown feathers, blue feather tips, green feather markings, green, blue feather markings, Pelophylax. Find out how that comes out. This guy is taking his time. Whoops. So that one. I'm just going to end that poll since we already started with the raptor enclosure. Not very many people around today. If I just... Is there something going on elsewhere? Or am I just that boring today? Who knows? Right. It makes you laugh. Like, whenever I do a Jurassic World Evolution 2 stream, I get basically no interest at all. But when Evo does it, she gets thousands. Oh well. We'll muddle on. It's just me and Neron. Yeah, everyone's buggered off. It's a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Right, where's... that's kind of come out a bit more like Charlie. Echo even. So, Echo it is. Oh, Kiss the Sky is here as well. Well, thank you for joining in. But go away, Dr. Wu. No one likes you. Right, so the last of the Raptor squad to put in is Delta, which... Delta's a really bizarre skin. It's like, Oh, and Sammy is here as well. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I have more people here than just Neron and Dino. So Delta is basically Charlie, but with really demented stripes. So I'm not really sure what to do in terms of the Pyroraptor skin for that one. So for Charlie we use Salar del Huasco. So I want to make Delta. It is Delta, isn't it? Yes, Delta. I'm a bit more distinctive from Charlie, who is basically... Charlie is basically the same green, but it just has black stripes, whereas Delta is kind of like black, just camo. So let's give a blue, and we'll go for the black. Black highlights. Yeah, it was Rana that we used, wasn't it? I think, wasn't it? It was Rana. No. Oops. Cancel. Oops. Just want to check it was Rana that we used for Charlie. Solar, Del Hoasco, and Rana. Gambia and Rana. Right, and there is our Raptor squad. Excellent. YouTube only counts the people who use the chat. Well, anyone who is watching, say hello in chat so I know for sure who is actually watching. If we are going to have normal people over here, I suppose we also need to think about amenities as well. Don't like how that looks. So I might just create a seating area over here. If in doubt and you need gap fill, make a seating area. Path, play nice. Yeah, I think that works for Delta. Whoops. Delta. There we are. There's another goat pops up out of its invisible area. But there is the Raptor squad and Raptor paddock. Right, I think we should do a little bit of work on the entrance over here. Now we know that this is basically this block of water here is so I know where roughly I want to put the Mosasaur Lagoon. Well, I say Mosasaur Lagoon. I'm going to give it a Chronosaur Lagoon. So I know roughly where stuff needs to go. Oops. So that will basically lead off to... That's basically our main street then. And I want to have the innovation center behind the lagoon instead of in front of it, because then that way you'll get a nice view of it in the distance, flanked by those mountains, as opposed to being right there. Right, so I think we need like a nice little dinosaur enclosure down here, just for the park guests to get their first little taste of dinosaur. I'm thinking maybe over here. That looks not correct. Why did this path mess itself up? What is it about Frontier games? Why are their path tools so annoying to use? I hope that their attempt at Formula 1 manager game is going to be better. I'm actually tempted to pre-order it. I'm curious to see what Frontier making a game that is not Jurassic Park is going to be like. I think it's stupid guests still need viewing galleries for the invisible fences. Agreed. Especially when they don't need that in Planet Zoo. So one wonders why they can't just give the same Planet Zoo system to this game. I'm sure there's some perfectly reasonable, I say reasonable, perfectly good excuses that they'll give us. Let's stick to the Jurassic World style gallery. I'm going to put one in. And two. And then what we're going to do is, this is going to be, it's only going to be home to some small dinosaurs. So the fence doesn't have to be too severe. But what I'm going to do is use invisible fencing at the front here, and then normal fencing for the back of the paddock. That's smart. Okay. Gotta love this invisible fencing. It just does not want to curve properly. There we go. I actually think you would not just have one layer of invisible fence. So we'll give it 2 just for some added protection. And we'll use invisible fence on the back wall. So that we can effectively hide the edge of the enclosure. Of course, obviously it destroys all the forest. So again, this invisible fencing that they've added is not really invisible because you can't... It destroys the forest. So again, it's not really invisible as a result. And I don't want to go around doing that all the time. So... Hello, nerd guy. I hope work is being okay for you. And then if we put in some of the normal tree brush, that should hopefully blend that tree line in a bit more. There we are. So what little dinosaur should we have at the very beginning of our Jurassic World here? Dino Army. You know what I'm going to say. So in order to save me time, beat yourself around the head with a fork, if you have. I'm happy we got something else other than just metal or concrete, but I wouldn't call it invisible. Indeed not. I hope Kyodenics' true invisible mods come back pretty soon. But unfortunately it's going to be a while, since what Frontier has done in this recent patch has basically ensured modders cannot do what they want for a while. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it is interesting how randomly out of thin air we suddenly have Frontier deciding to input a new file structure which has basically made it impossible for modders to mod the game right now. Just as they release a new patch doing stuff that modders were doing, you know, like invisible fences that Kaidenic had already done, and Giganotosaurus remodels that modders had already done. I'm not saying Frontier has done this deliberately, but it's certainly interesting. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, let's make this look a little like a... That'll do. Hwango, says Neron. Dryosaurus says kiss the sky and Sammy. I want something with some really nice skins, but something that also, you know, it's got to be. This is a park where Biosyn and Masrani are working together, so it's got to be something that we can put in and say, yeah, this is you know, Biosyn and Masrani working together. And together they've been able to do so and so. So you're going to have to rely on Kaedenic's tree mod again. Elephant grass. Archaeornithomimus. These are all good suggestions, but none of them are really popping out to me yet. What other dinosaurs have we got in here? We've had Dryosaurus, Hwango, and Archaeornithomimus suggested. Struthi. I mean, we can go fairly large because we have the proper fence there, so... Now, I think Gigant Spinosaurus doesn't get much of a look in. I haven't seen Evo use it once. Do we have some nice Gigantospino skins? Oof. Let's have a look. Best male female skins. Gigant Spinosaurus. Wow, we got quite a mix. I think we'll just go with nice skins as opposed to male-female skins. So my top... I've got 5 here. So Svalbard and Pelophylax. Let's have 2 of those. And then let's have... We got Gambia... Hang on. 2, we got 2 with Rana. Either Gambia or Killian Mountains. And then we got 2 with Pulkrana. Either Amazon rainforest or Salar del Huasco. Let's go with the bright green, since, you know, it is my colour. Gotta make sure they got stuff to eat. Probably should have checked that. Ground leaf. They eat ground leaf. What's ground leaf? Okay, those. I still find it annoying that the ornamental shrubs don't offer any sort of food. Ground leaf. Brazil nut tree there. Your park is closed. Open park. Oh, there's one. Ah, yes, that was the, what colour combo is this? Svalbard and Pelophylax. I wish they'd flippin' optimize the flare smoke. The only obvious problem is the trees in the background. That'll have to do. Right, let's put in a nice seating area. You know what the game really could do with? Just suddenly thinking about it while I was struggling to put down these planters. They need to have, like, a fence, but a planter. So it's just like, you just drag it out as long as you want, and it will just create the planter for you in that length. Or it will create the curve for you, as opposed to creating single, like, instead of having one small planter, just have a fence, a planter that we can drag out to the length that we want. that would make doing this sort of thing so much easier. Don't you think? And we should have our other gigant spinos in here now. Oh, yes, there's the green and the black. Nice. I think this is probably big enough for a couple of other species in here, actually. So maybe we will go with those Archaeornithomimus after all. Because again, I don't use Archaeornithomimus enough. Archaeornithomimus. So my two here with Rana. Mangrove Forest. Or Limpopo River. Anything with Svalbard. Which is the black. Or Killian Mountains and Port Rana. Let's go with a flock of that colour. These guys need ground fruit. I think I've already got ground fruit in here, so that should be alright. Gigant Spino does have some pretty good skins, but it's not as cool as Gigant Notosaurus. Stego is a classic, Hwango is cute as hell, Chunking is Evo's favourite, Werho is new and interesting, for sure. It's like planter fencing. Yeah, like, even if they made it a type of fence, and just made it very weak, but still worked. It would just be easier to use. And just help us make some nice decorative areas. I have to say, I kind of like these Biosyn bits. Like, I know that a lot of them are kind of weird, but I like the sort of sculpture effect that they are. And I'm pretty sure as well, if you put enough of them together, you could probably create like a dinosaur skeleton shape with them. Because, you know, these guys are just basically vertebrae, and then you've got like a tail bit, and then you've got like the neck bit, and then you can have just like a head. you know what? It's not obviously. You could probably do better than I could, but you could probably create like a little skeleton out of that. Modern art dino, exactly. Oh yeah, I like that color combo, the white and the blue. Yeah, that works. I suppose we also need to think about where... I think we have some small amenities. You know what I really want them to bring back? The really small Jurassic Park amenities from Jurassic World Evolution 1. Because they were perfect size for when you don't want to have a massive, super massive amenity building. Because these are still huge in reality. I think actually next week I'm going to make a mod for it. Make a video on it next week. Things we want from Jurassic World Evolution 1 in Jurassic World Evolution 2. And I suppose we better get these buildings looking Jurassic. So what shall our color combination be? Jurassic World was basically white and blue, wasn't it? So white. You know what? I'm going to revert back to my trichlor gaming colors. The black and neon green. Make the roof white so it reflects sunlight. Decorations will have the same green. And the lighting will have as ultraviolet blue light. Save as default. There you go. Whoops. And then I think we should probably have another one. Maybe have it next door. This one needs to be drink. Jurassic World panels. Hey, that works, kind of. Trichlor has 469 subscribers. I know, 69. Very funny. We seem to be stuck at this number. All of my latest videos have not been very well received. Speaking of, if you haven't watched my latest videos, please do. And let's just... Oh, hello there, you. Dane is awake, everyone. I didn't know what time you wanted me to wake you up. Oh, well, sorry. Yeah, I know. I do. I need to wait. I kind of expected Dominion would have done that dino, but it didn't. So I'm not really sure if I'm doing like large event stuff correctly. Either that, or I just should have said, oh, Dominion was amazing and brilliant, and I loved it, and just lied for the benefit of subscriber count. I want another amenity down here, but for shopping. The response people had about Dominion was very mixed. Yeah, mixed is one word for it. Baffling is another. Like I'm more surprised at, like, I'm more curious about how people make their decisions about stuff like Dominion as opposed to what people actually thought of Dominion. I found the response to it more interesting. It's a brilliant sort of way of seeing what people actually like to and base their decisions off. Neron still hasn't watched it. Oh no! I've just accidentally deleted part of the Hyperloop. I hope no one's on the way. Edit Hyperloop. Just replace that. You're gonna wait till you Kiss the Sky. I think that's probably the best decision, but you know, it's not worth the cinema price, in my opinion. Given how expensive cinemas are nowadays. I think that looks all right. A nice little block there. When I rate a movie, I look at the movie details and how the story is set up. After stream, I can tell you what I thought about it. Yeah, and actually this is a good time to mention, if you haven't joined the Discord, there is a link down below in the description where we tend to hang out a lot more often and VC and stuff. So if you do want to join that, come and say hello. I think we need some decoration along this middle bit, don't we? Okay. Stick a few palms in there. Being careful, obviously, to keep them away of the flames. I mean, I dislike the Lost World Jurassic Park more than JP3, and I still freaking don't know why I hate it. It's one of my last two. You don't know why you... Ooh, that looks so cool. You don't know why you don't like the Lost World. Jesus. I mean, I can certainly imagine why. Jeff Goldblum. I think Ian Malcolm... I think Ian Malcolm is more of a controversial character than perhaps people like to claim. I don't like him as much as Alan Grant or Ellie. And I would almost go as far as to say I don't like him at all. I certainly didn't like what they did with him in Dominion. In fact, I think what they did with him in Dominion was terrible, frankly. But I'm not sure that was them. Like, I think it was more Jeff Goldblum trying to be Jeff Goldblum. Like, it feels like half the time he's playing a parody of himself. What other structures have we got in here? So thanks to the mods I'm running, I've got access to quite a few of the bits from the Chaos Theory, which I still haven't played yet, such as the Watchtower, heat detectors. Ooh, quite like these floodlights. Ooh. Oh. Well, I'm liking this. Excuse me, but I'm just suddenly finding all these new things very interesting. Floodlights, yeah, I mean, just for provide, because the problem with some of these paddocks, once you have a really big paddock, is that they're very dark. So sometimes it's quite good to have a light source in the paddock. And doing something like that, hiding it in the forest there, adds some nice little light to it. Makes it a lot more distinctive. But I've also got the flashbang traps and the CCTV camera posts, which I suppose if you want to give your meat eater paddocks a little bit of extra interest would be what you do there. Obviously, I've also got the invisible feeders as well, including fish feeder. I don't think we got much else added. Yeah, just the different versions of the monorail gate and such. Oh, and so there were a few new decorations. So the mod I'm running also adds the destroyed forest sections, which I'm going to use to create a T-Rex enclosure, I think. Or maybe the Giga enclosure, I'm not sure. I just thought of an idea for the T-Rex area. Have a show-like area that has floodlights around it. Certainly. Right there, Struthy. Arky. It's not Struthy, it's Archaeornithomimus. Duh. So if this is going to be our... That's basically going to be the edge of the mosasaur, well, chronosaur enclosure. I feel like we should put it in, to be honest. So I think it would be good to be able to build the park around it. So let's put it in. What? That's not straight. Okay. That's concerning. This whole thing should be on a perfect straight line. And it's not. I'm guessing it's because that wasn't. So let's put in... Hello, nerd guy. Let's put in the this again. Let's use the mosasaur enclosures to straight line everything. That seems to be the best idea. Now, the only problem with the lagoons is that they're huge. Far too big, really. Ah, you pain in the backside. And if you want to put anything else inside them, you have to make them even bigger. So, like, I think that's a reasonable size for the chronosaur enclosure, but I want to put something in the middle, and that's not really enough room. So I think I'm going to need to build it backwards and then get rid of the one in the middle. That's a bit better. But it's taking up a lot of space. See, what I was going to do was have the Indominus Rex in the middle and have like a Hyperloop viewing tower to view it. But I'm not really sure that's enough room for the Indorex. If I'm thinking strictly about being nice to it. I would feel more comfortable doing that. I mean, there's still enough room around the edge, I think, for other bits of the park. So we'll go with that. Hopefully that should be still not level. What? It might just be easier to do it this way. So we know that that is straight. Nope. That's not quite center of the lagoon. I don't mind that. Why would you do that? There's our main street. And there's our front of the lagoon. And obviously my lagoon is going to have the Biosyn viewing towers underneath, which is something I showed off in my last video actually, is using the Biosyn towers as little viewing domes. So if you haven't watched that video already, go check it out. We can still use this center bit for the Indominus Rex. I feel like the Indo-Rex is definitely in it. It's too big. That is also too big. Too big. I feel like the these forest bits would work well for the Indo-Rex, but they're just a tad too big. And it doesn't really make... This one doesn't look very natural, so... Indo-Rex will have to think about what to do for its enclosure. But we can certainly use them for the Rex enclosure. How's our raptor pack doing? All being very friendly with one another by the looks of it. Just a bit. Indeed. So we know over here we need, thinking about Jurassic World, like, let's just mark some areas out. There. So we need the Rex enclosure over here somewhere. We know this is already going to be, this is going to be Kronosaurus. I have the I-Rex in the middle. Somewhere we need the gyrosphere exhibit and the hotels. Hotels, question mark. So we know the innovation center needs to go. Over here. Maybe we should have the gyrosphere area down here then? Maybe. By the way, question, why is it called Hell Creek? Does it have some sort of interesting mystery? Not sure why it's called. Oh, it's actually named after the creek that's there. There's actually a creek called Hell Creek in Montana. That's why it's called Hell Creek Formation. It's named it's literally named. See, that wouldn't... Yeah, Neuron. It's naming conventions. A Dino Army has popcorn. Where's ours, Dino? Oh, interesting. It won't raise or lower at think that's okay. What we can do is... Bye-bye, Sammy. Thank you for joining in. Where were those... floodlights? Wonder. I want to test something a minute. Ah, they create water. They create light underwater. Oh. Why can't I lower stand? They have to be connected first, don't they? Ah. Fine, just quickly connect. They create light underwater. This is important. Oh shit. Whoa. Okay. I meant it was the floodlight I wanted to move. Okay. Okay. So let's position this correctly then. And then if we grab that and sync it, and then let's grab another two. Have one roughly in the middle. And sync that one. Maybe to a... It's awfully difficult to see, but maybe to a slightly different height. And let's grab one more. Have it pointing that way. And sync it. Unable to lower stand unless connected. Yeah, that one you don't get it. That one needs to always be high. Look at that, you actually have some lighting. No. Because the other lighting rigs, they don't create light. Not underwater. These are the first structures we've got that make light underwater. You know what this means? You're gonna have to put those chronos in right now, so I can see what they what they look like. I suppose we're also going to need to make sure they've got food. Yes, son?
I'm having a brilliant time.
You're having a brilliant time.
I was waking up a 7:15 for D&D, and I put my computer on to start up immediately after. It had been on 1% updates installing for 10 minutes.
You know my thing finishes in 10 minutes, right?
Yep. I needed to do it anyway, because I didn't know how fast the updates would be, so...
Where to put this shark feeder? I think one there and one there. And let's, oh god, needs to be connected, obviously. Right, Chronosaurus. Chronosaurus. Yukon River with Paparana. Killian Mountains with Calcarana. Or Great Sandy Desert with Calcarana. Let's go with Yukon River and Paparana. What? Why has that only made the one egg? There shouldn't be any egg failures. Sandbox settings. Oh, no egg failures on. I'm actually gonna create 4 of these guys. Ooh. Right there, Liabrodons in everything but name. Right, now go over in the direction of the lights. Show view. So we've got one lighting rig there. One just behind. I feel like we might want to put another couple in. Just beyond. Like one there and one there. Sync them. There. There. Okay, where are the chronos? The chronos are they're on the way. Also, I didn't know this toggle highlight thing had been added, by the way. Like, I only discovered it yesterday when I was making videos. Manatee coverage low. Come on, guys, I want you to swim a little closer to the viewing galleries, please. Ooh. You can really see, you can really tell the lighting is definitely catching them. So the lighting works underwater and works. I want to test this, so let's just stick it to night at all times. You can see how effective it works by just how much you can see underwater in the dark. Unfortunately, all the Chronosaurus have decided to swim the other way. Why are you all swimming away from the lights? God damn. Chronosaurus is swimming bizarrely. Oh, they're having a fight. Oh. Hang on, injuries shouldn't be a thing. So dinosaurs will still fight, so they will lower their health. They just won't suffer injuries, which means they could die if they... ooh. Yes. Come closer to the light. Swim toward the light. Yes. It works. Also, that terrible animation where it has to get in place ready for the attack. But it's good to know that they work underwater. That again gives us some new ideas for how to create interesting lagoons. Nom. Now we have to do is figure out how to ensure that they're always in view of the lights. Now to put lights all over the lagoon, for sure. I mean, obviously, you're going to have to play around with it, including how deep you need to bury them. Why? Just staying at the surface. I want you to go underwater so I can see you in your new illuminated glory. You're all coming this way. Oh, suddenly you're all coming this way. What? Oh, you're coming to get food, I think. But just when I want to get a view of you, you now run away. What is with these guys? These two are definitely not low enough. They need to be buried deeper. yeah, it's interesting. That's cool. I'm really happy about that. Add some new ideas. And you can even see, you can see through. It's so bright under there. You can see through through these perfectly well from up here. That's really cool. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick shot of that. Actually, let's Alt F2 this and find where I put them. And actually no, we'll just do it from these guys. I think you can move these. Sorry, Chrono. If I pause the game, just ignore the fact that I have. I probably should have done this in the first place to ensure a good view. He doesn't like being spun, it seems. Let's just put him back. I don't know how deep. Do they all default to? They do. Okay. Ah, that one's a bit. That one might be too low for me to get a good shot of. No! Why are you... Why you can't pause the game and have a a view? You've all turned away, you pain in the backside. I'm just going to pick you up again. Determined to get a good shot of these chronosaurs. Ooh. That's a good enough shot. It's ridiculously funny. I'm sure the chronosaurs probably didn't think it funny. In fact, I'm pretty sure they were probably most miffed. I'm curious what happens if we just... What happens if we just... Hang on. I'm now even more curious. What happens if we put it... It's interesting to know that people run away from the... Look how far they run as well! It's quite a wide radius. I'm sorry, liar, Chronosaur. But it's very difficult to get a good shot of you guys around the floodlights without manufacturing it. Oh god. It would be funnier if they could hunt... No, guy. You pop in for 2 seconds and you're terrorizing your guests. I'm more... That Chronosaurus is probably more terrorized. It was just swimming along and hey presto, it gets dragged out of the water and flung around. I'm a bit annoyed it didn't try to eat any of the guests, but... It's still awfully funny. Awfully funny. Yeah. Oh, where are the other ones? You're... Oh, did I catch you in a... Ooh, that's quite creepy, isn't it? No. Oh, has he already gone back beneath the surface? Oh, no. There we go. With a mouthful of great white shark. Just don't tell anyone that we're feeding endangered sharks to our endangered sea creatures. That'll make for a good screenshot for the next video, I think. I posted screenshots of the chrono in Discord. Okay. Is it bad I wish guests could fall into the lagoon? Oh, you can't pick up the guests. That's... Yeah, you can't pick up the guests. So you can make them stop, but you just can't pick them up. Yeah. You can select them, but you can't pick them up or down. They must be height locked, I would assume. So that's unfortunate. We can't drag any of them and deliberately drown them. Oh, now you actually try to get in position. Anyway, I think we've had quite enough terrorizing of the Chronosaurus for one day. Thank you, folks, who have joined in this stream. If you are watching after the fact, please don't forget to subscribe and like. Please remember to hit the bell as well. Only about 30% of our subscribers have hit the bell for all of our notifications, so I have a feeling a lot of people are not knowing when we're posting videos and stuff. So make sure you've got the bell icon selected. I will be continuing on with this park. I'll be continuing on with it off stream and on stream. So off stream I shall probably finish this raptor enclosure area up, and probably do Main Street as well. And yeah, thank you folks, Neron, Dynamami, Kiss the Sky, Nerd Guy, everyone else who's been in this stream, and I will see you next week. Like I say, I'm going to try and do a stream or a video every day. So tomorrow I will probably do just a quick video on using the floodlights, maybe. We'll see. And there'll be a few different games next week as well. Halo Wars and Gears of War Tactics, which I've recently brought and want to show off on the stream. So if you like a bit of Gears of War or Halo, keep a lookout for those too. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, folks, and goodbye.